Hi guys, this is Steve from JanQuest, back with a brand new video. Today we have the Flaaffy box version of MIRAIDON. So this is my preferred way to play the deck. I think it's a lot of fun, and this is the profile that I took to a Pokemon League challenge and got first place. So without further ado, we'll get to it. Please remember to like and to subscribe to the channel, as it really does help us out. So to start off with the Pokemon lineup, we play 2 copies of MIRAIDON EX. I'm sure a lot of you know what this does already, but it is one of the key cards of the deck. We have Tandem Unit to grab 2 basic electric Pokemon from your deck and bench them, meaning you can start off with a MIRAIDON, grab anything you need, say if you need a Mareep or something, and a second MIRAIDON, and then you use the second MIRAIDON to grab 2 more things. So the setup with this deck is absolutely incredible. You can pretty much fill your bench straight away. It also has a retreat cost of 1, and it has Photon Blaster, so you hit for 220, so you can KO pretty much any basic Vs, EXs, etc. really easily and really fast. So the main thing of this deck, to be fair, is being really fast and really consistent. Next we play an Energy Engine with the Mareep and with the Flaaffy. So with these, you want to bench the Mareep and then obviously get to the Flaaffy the next turn, because Dynamotor can grab a discarded electric energy and attach it to your bench however you like. So once you get multiple Flaaffy set up, you're all good for energy as long as you can get them in the discard. Next we play 1 copy of Raikou V. So we got Fleet-footed, so when it's in the active, draw a card. Just great ability to be able to see that extra card. And we've got Lightning Rondo, so it hits for 20 plus another 20 for each benched Pokemon, yours and your opponent's, so usually can hit for a max of 220. And then we also play Magnezone V and Magnezone V-Star. So the Magnezone V is actually one of the most underrated cards, I think. It's got the magnetic tension, which can pretty much gust something and potentially brick your opponent and just manipulate their board, especially if they are struggling to retreat, low on energies, etc. And it can also one-shot a Manaphy, because it drags something out and then hits it for the 40 damage and will hit for weakness. This deck just does have a really good matchup, obviously, against water decks and things like Lugia as well in the meta. And then we've got Magnezone V-Star, so this is kind of like your Lost Box tech, because it's the same with Splitting Beam and with Electro Star, you can do bench damage, so you can take out their Comfies, etc. It also is really good against Gardevoir and in the mirror match as well. The deck can sometimes struggle to one-shot the biggest VMAX and V-Star EX Pokemon, apart from Raichu. So this is here as your one-shot potential with Dynamic Spark, so it does 60 times however many energies you discard from your Pokemon, so including your bench. So with your Flaaffys, you can get your engine going, get loads of energies on the board, and then 60 times however many you need, 5, 6 energies, bam, one-shot anything. And it also has Fast Charge, so you can use this on your first turn as well, just to get an extra energy. But this is just great for finishing off games. Your opponent's got something really big on board that you otherwise would not be able to kill in 1 turn, and you Dynamic Spark and just take the KO. And then for utility, we've got the Radiant Greninja just for your draw power, and the Manaphy for the bench protection. Just to note, on the day that I did win the league challenge, I couldn't find my Manaphy, so I played a Drapion, which is kind of crazy that I didn't have the bench protection, but I just thought I'd throw that in for the Mew matchup, which I didn't even face Mew that day. But Manaphy's great just to protect from things like the Greninja. Now onto the items. I played 2 copies of Nest Ball. Don't go crazy with this one, because I think once you've grabbed your MIRAIDON, you can set up your basics really easily with that alone. 4 copies of the Ultra Ball, so this can grab your evolutions and your basics, and can also get your energies into the discard to get your engine going. And finally, I just play 1 copy of Heavy Ball. So in my first game of the tournament, I also prized both my MIRAIDONs, so really hurt my setup potential. So having this in here, if you can get to it, just gives you a bit of added protection and consistency. Next up we play 4 copies of Electric Generator. It's one of the new cards from Scarlet and Violet and you definitely want to max out on this. With this you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck and attach up to 2 electric energy to your bench however you like. So this can really help your energy acceleration and get those early game KOs. So on your first turn, if you're going second, or on your second turn potentially if you're going first, you can just KO their Pokemon and hopefully take control of the prize race. A good way of using this as well can be to thin out your deck so there's more chance of hitting the energies as well. We also play 2 copies of Escape Rope and a copy of Switch Cart, and for our stadiums we just play 3 copies of Beach Court. So you do want the extra switching and gusting ability. Almost everything in this deck has a retreat cost of 1. And if not, it has 2 anyway, so Beach Court can give you free retreats or cheap retreats. You got Switch Cart just in case you do get stuck in a bit of a difficult situation. Most things you play basic it can heal, and obviously Escape Rope can help you get the energies on board that you need and then take KO from your opponent. We are playing some tools. Forest Seal Stone, Sky Seal Stone, and EXP Share. So this gives a lot of versatility. So you've got the Forest Seal Stone to potentially grab any card you want, Sky Seal Stone to take the extra prize card, which is really big, and EXP Share just to keep the pressure on with the energies. And this works really well with the Raichu, so you're still keeping your energy on board to take the big KOs. To go with those tools, we play 3 copy of Arven, and this is one of the most important cards in the deck for me. Play 3 copies so you can grab an item and a tool card. So you usually want to grab some sort of setup card if needed, or you'll grab your electric generators and whichever tool you need in the situation, whether you need an EXP Share for recovery, or a Forest Seal for consistency, or the Sky Seal potentially to take 3 or 4 prize cards. Then we play more gusting cards with 2 copies of Serena and 2 copies of Boss's Orders. This one can only grab these off the bench, but they are obviously still played a lot, and it also can help with the draw power, being able to discard cards and draw until you have 5. And we also play the best draw card with Professor's Research. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. So you can get your energies into the discard and then start reattaching them with the Flaaffy, and can pretty much draw you a new hand and completely change the game. Finishing up with the supporters, we play 2 copies of Judge. So if you don't know what this does, basically shuffle your hands into the deck and you both draw 4 cards. Just for that hand manipulation and a bit of disruption, and can unbrick yourself as well as potentially bricking your opponent and to get to the cards that you need. And then finally, we play 13 basic electric energy. Playing the basic energy does help with things like Temple of Sinnoh and any special energy hate, and you obviously need to play a high number so your electric generators can consistently hit, or that you've always got fuel for your Greninja. I think this is a good ratio. It seems to always be enough without being too many and clogging my hands up. So that is the deck profile. It is a very fast and aggressive deck. I think it has good matchups in the meta and quite a lot of utility, being a sort of box style deck. And it's probably my favourite deck at the moment in terms of, I just really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun to play. If you have any suggestions on what you'd change or how you'd build the deck, if you pop it down in the comments and we'll make sure to reply to you. And thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe because we post regular Pokemon TCG content, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.